Bore da pawb, croeso I nôl. Good morning all and welcome back to Nick at NovaAdventures. The date is the 21st of March. The time is 10 to 11 and the temperature is 21 degrees sitting in Nova. So the first camp out hopefully of 2026. That's not to mean we haven't been on any adventures, because we have. They're just waiting on YouTube for reasons that will become more apparent as time goes on. Waiting to get on to YouTube or for me to post them on. But today will be the first, hopefully, as I said, overnight camp out. I'm not going to tell you much because I'm not sure where we're actually going to get to. We've got a list of a good half a dozen things to visit today, Saturday, and then a camp out at a reservoir, and then hopefully a walk tomorrow, Sunday. So that is the plan. I'm sweating. Oh, we're not used to this weather. We've had a break in the weather and hopefully spring has arrived with a vengeance and with some sunny bloody weather. It's been horrible, hasn't it? It's been vile. Oh, as we say in Wales, Abbey. Yeah. Okay, right, that's enough of me talking. That's enough of the intro and we are going to get on our way. Okay, good afternoon and welcome back. Prynhawn da croeso I nôl. There we are. Right, we have come to our first destination in Margam. And this is it. We've been here before, but today it is open. Look at this structure. This is St Mary's Abbey Church in Margam. And as I said, it is open this time. We will be going in. Look at that through the main gate. Wow. Amazing building. So we are just going to walk around the outside. We are going to get some drone footage and hopefully it'll be okay, because it is a bit sort of dreary. The sun's sort of out when it wants to be, and yeah, this church or abbey, it's got a massive graveyard to it. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So a little bit of history for you on this one. It was founded in 1147 by the Earl of Gloucestershire, or Gloucester. Margam Abbey, St Mary the Virgin. And people are looking at me because they think I'm talking to myself, but I'm not. Well, I am, until you watch it, that is. So we'll just walk away from them. A little bit of history for this one. It was founded in 1147 by Robert, Earl of Gloucester. Margam Abbey, St Mary the Virgin, was a powerful Cistercian monastery and the wealthiest in Wales. And you can see a lot of money was spent on this, trying to get the best light for you. As you can see there, this is the older part of the abbey. So yeah, it stands on the site of an earlier Celtic monastic community. Try saying that when you're sober. It was dissolved by Henry VIII in 1536. And its 12th century nave survives as a Grade 1 listed parish church. Wow. Wow, 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 look at that. I'll just pull back a bit. We are hoping to get some drone footage of that as we walk around the back. Okay, so it is, by the way, the only Cistercian abbey nave in Wales that is still active. Wow, look at all that. Amazing. And we will come to the rear of the church. That's why it's called an abbey church, because you would have had the abbey there. And the church, which is still in use today. Okay, the current St Mary's Abbey Church is primarily the restored 12th century nave of the original Abbey. And because it continued to serve as a parish church and not an abbey, it escaped the complete destruction suffered by many other monastic sites. Wow. Let's see, there we are. Look, you can see there is the pillar, one of the main pillars. Wow. We will go inside. And then this is the rear of the abbey. And yeah, you can see another supporting pillar would have been here. Look, let's have a close up of this one. And there are bits that nobody wants to see. Bits on the ground there. Wow, crazy place. So yeah, it's still being used today as a church, as I said. We will go inside and we will get some drone footage. Wow, look at that. Wow, 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 what a place. We didn't come this far when we came here before. We were coming back from a job in Cardiff and thought we'd have some lunch in the grounds, and wow, look at these. Let's see if we can extend up a bit for you now. Wow. Big supporting outcrops of arched. Let's see if we can get in here for you. It might be a bit jerky, but there you can see it, look. Wow. Okay, right, time to go inside and have a look what it's all about underneath this huge tree, look. And if you look up there, we are going to get some drone footage of that also. That is Margam Castle, and we'll do a little bit of history on that when we get up there, but just another look at, wow. And believe it or not, another part is here. You can imagine how big this would have been. You would have had the church over there, look, and then the back end of it would have been the monastery. So we might not get any commentary on the inside because there are a lot of people about, as you can imagine. And there is a private function in that building ahead of you there, so we can't, unfortunately, we can't go in there. That is the Orangery. So if you ever read about the Orangery in Margam Castle, well, that is the Orangery, look. Wow, let's see if we can get better light for you. Wow, wow, wow. Do I dare get the drone up just for some photos of the outside? Or I think what we'll do is we'll go inside the church and then we will get the drone up. Wow, that is the Orangery. And here comes the bride. Wow, what a venue to have a wedding. Wow. So they are going to get ready now to receive the bride. Good luck on your day. You've got a lush day for it today. Wow. So I do apologise if the commentary to that is a little bit fragmented. So many people about. So I'll do my best. Right, we are going to go back to Nova now and get a quid. There is a photography charge of £1 inside the Abbey church, and we don't mind paying that because it obviously helps towards the upkeep of the church itself. So we'll go back to Nova and go and grab a squiddly do. Here we go then, walking through the door, turn the latch anti-clockwise, and wow. What a nave window that is. Nice to hear the organ being played as well. So we put £1 in the old photography box. I can't speak too loud because you've got to realise that there is an echo in these places. So yeah, let's walk back to the door. Wow. What an amazing place. We will take some photos. We will have some drone footage from outside. And when we take some drone footage, we give any organisation the permission to use the photography if they so wish. And there you go, look. Photography charge, £1. So yes, that's well worth a quid. You know, they could charge £2 really, couldn't they? And let's light a candle as well for everything that's going on in the world today. And we'll stick it in right at the top there, look. So that's a prayer to everybody who's less fortunate than oneself. And here is the font. I always forget what these are called, but they look at all that. Oh, crazy. And you can get married here as well. And there is tea and coffee. Hopefully you can hear me over the organ. And then there's homemade jams, marmalades, jewellery, slate, stones. Try not to get the children in. So there is a little gift shop there, look, and some locally made cards as well. Some in Welsh. There we are. Wow. And then we'll go up into this section. You just feel so, I don't know what the hairs on the back of my neck stand up. And this is the Mansell Chapel. And there we are, Sir Thomas Mansell and his 2 wives. My goodness, what a busy boy he would have been. There he is, look. Sir Lewis Mansell in Cymraeg. And wow. There's the family there. These radiators are pumping out some heat there. So again, hopefully you can still hear me over the organ. Wow. Amazing. We will take some photos. So there you have Sir Lewis Mansell, Henry Mansell, Arthur Mansell and Mary Mansell. and then Sir Thomas Mansell, Sir Francis Mansell, Philip Mansell, Sir Robert Mansell, and over there you have Sir Edward Mansell, Anthony Mansell, Mary Mansell, and on the side there you've got Elizabeth and Catherine Mansell as well. So, wow. And there is the organ in all its glory. Bit of drone footage of the Abbey church, or the church Abbey, but there is a wedding, as I said earlier, in the Orangery, and they're outside, so we can't currently do any more drone footage while the bride and groom and the party are outside. We don't want to be disturbing them, and so we thought we'd come up to the castle itself, and I do apologise for other voices. There are a lot of people about today. They've got a brilliant day for that wedding down there, haven't they? So hopefully we'll get some drone footage of the other side of the church and the Orangery itself from above. And as we climb the last few steps on this one, you can see Margam Castle coming into view now. And there it is, as you can see in front of you. So Margam Castle construction, it was built by for Christopher Rees, or Rice, it's got here, probably Rees, Mansell Talbot, C.R.M. Talbot, as a romantic country residence. Wow. It utilised local stone and is renowned for its spectacular central staircase and octagonal tower. Wow, wow. Let's hopefully we can get some drone footage of that. So during wartime it declined, and it was used by the British and US troops during World War II. The estate was sold in 1942, and the castle was later left empty and suffered from severe vandalism and decay. So restoration took place in 1977 after a fire severely damaged the property, and that was led by West Glamorgan County Council, leading to its opening as a tourist attraction. There's not too many people actually up here at the moment, so hopefully we'll get some drone footage. So there are reportings that it is haunted, as you'll get with any older property. More steps to climb. We're certainly getting these steps in today. Wow. So once we get to the top step, we'll just finish our little bit of information and find a suitable place to take the drone up from.
No football here, okay?
Right. Let's go. Wow, impressive, eh? Can you imagine that being built just as a country residence? So not in fact a castle, and it is being renovated at the back there. Wow. So yeah, hauntings. Margam Castle is frequently noted for one of the most haunted locations in Wales, with legends of a grey lady and a gamekeeper named Robert Scott, who was murdered on the grounds in 1898. Wow. So the present day it is managed by Neath Port Talbot County Borough Council, featuring a country park, deer herb and the historic Orangery, which is where that wedding's happening. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Look at that. Right, I think we might get the drone up and see if we get any objections. Hopefully we won't. So we are a stone's throw from the steelworks in Port Talbot, and that is known as the Abbey steelworks, not the original steelworks. There is Nova, just to prove that we have come in here today, and yeah, very nice, peaceful here. I think what we're going to do is have some lunch by the monument here, and maybe not get the drone up again here, because they have got the wedding by the Orangery and we don't really want to interrupt them, so we might have to come back and do the footage of the ruins at the back, but we'll have a look at that. We might get some in. So anyway, we're just going to sit down and have some lunch here and then decide what we're going to do. We're hoping to visit some, they're not Gordesev stones, they're just a stone circle, Margam stone circle. I think they were placed at the site in 1966 to commemorate the nationalised Steddfod. So they're not Gordesev stones, they are just a stone circle. So we're hoping to get to that after lunch. Right, done from Margam Castle and St Mary's Church, or Abbey Church. That is this part done. So we're unsure where we're going next. We've got Capel Mair on the list, or on the altered list, and this standing stone circle. So, but I think now we have to get back to Nova. We've got no signal here, which is a right pain in the arse in the middle of South Wales, and we've not got for Wi-Fi mobile data signal. What a pain in the bum. Anyway, so we've managed to get some drone footage of the Orangery as well, and the ruins of the Abbey, and a 360 from the steps of Margam Castle. So that is it. We're going to go back to Nova now and see if we can find this standing stone circle and Capel Mair. believe it or not, we had to drive a few miles to get a bloody mobile signal, and then we found Capel Mair, which was literally a stone's throw from St Mary's Abbey Church. What a ball ache. Anyway, we've climbed up the side of the woods now, and you join me. This is the ruins of Capel Mair. Look at that in the sunshine. Wow, we will get some drone footage. Just a quick one. And yep, as you can see, it is well ruined. And there we are. Would have been a fair sized chapel, wouldn't it? People lighting fires. And wow, that's obviously the way in. And then there would have been probably a communication table or communion table there, altar, and then a gable window. And of course then there would have been a window there. Maybe a door there, a window up at that level, a window up at that level, a window up at that level. So that hole that you might be able to make up there, running along there, there's another one there, and in the corner that would have been the floor level. And we can walk around, so let's have a look. Yes, right. Guess what I can see from here? Margam Castle. Just in the gap there. That's how close we were, and we had to go way back to get a signal because I couldn't find out where it was. Again, my pet peeve, fucking litter. Vile. And yeah, let's walk. There we are in the twilight, the sun just going down on the horizon. Still bloody warm though. There we are, look at that. We will take some photos and obviously get some drone footage, as I said earlier. We are going to try and find the standing stones. They aren't that far away. It's just whether we can bloody find them or not. And then we will try and make our way up to Pontysill Reservoir, and hopefully the plug hole is overflowing for some drone footage tomorrow. But that's where we're hoping to stay in Nova and have our supper tonight. And I'm looking forward to it because I've done 16,500 steps up until now, and the time is 5:15. Right, let's get some broad drone footage of Capel Mair, or Capel Mair Bryn. It is a 14th century ruined chapel in Margam, South Wales, built by Cistercian monks from Margam Abbey around 1300 to 1470. Located on Graig Fawr hillside in Margam Country Park, it was built for the monks managing local flocks and for local residents. So the locals, or the non-monks, weren't allowed to pray or visit the abbey itself. So Capel Mair was built for them, and it's got quite a religious significance in the area because later in the Middle Ages it held a famous statue of the Virgin Mary, making it a potential site of pilgrimage. Following the dissolution of the monasteries, the chapel was reportedly used by local Catholics to practice their faith in secret. We have now found the standing stone circle, the Margam standing stone circle. So as I said, when we were up in Margam Castle having lunch by the Abbey Church, it's not Gorsedd stones, although that's what they are labelled as. And as you can see, you've got standing stones there, but it's a bit unkept, so we will get the drone up very, very shortly. We are losing the light. Just trying to find my crib sheet. Right, so here's a little bit of history then. The Margam Goddessed stones, but they're not Goddessed stones, also known as Margam Stone Circle, are a modern arrangement of standing stones located within Margam Country Park. As you see, we are in the middle of a farmer's field. Unlike ancient Neolithic sites, these stones were erected specifically for the 1966 National Eisteddfod of Wales, which was hosted in Margam itself. So that's what these are for. They're not Neolithic stones like you might see around. And as you can see, we can't really see many of them, pretty overgrown in the centre. So we will get browed mowed up, so we can have a look at these from up there somewhere. Oh, look at the sun going down over the coast now, over the steelworks. We were hoping to go to the steelworks to get the blast furnaces, but it's been kind of a horrible light. It's been a bit misty over that way, so yeah, we'll leave that for today. That'll be on another video. Right, before we lose the light in its entirety, let's get browed mowed up and see what this looks like from up there. Okay, that is everything done and a little bit more, because we even did Capel Mair as well, but we didn't do the blast furnaces over at the Abbey Steelworks, Port Talbot, I said because the haze was too much. Anyway, the sun is going down a beauty over the former steelworks, which of course has closed, and they are going to be apparently putting an electric arc furnace for steel making, but yeah, that's controversial, isn't it? Anyway, so hopefully you've enjoyed this day today as much as I have. It has been stressful in parts, but that is the nature of what I do. I get a little bit annoyed and a little bit frustrated with myself, but we've managed it. So off to Pontysill Reservoir hopefully now, and get there. I think it's about an hour away. Have some supper and hopefully stay in Nova overnight for the first stealth camp out of 2026. It's only taken 3 months. But as I said earlier, in Nova at home, the weather's been bloody awful, hasn't it? So it's nice to have some vitamin D and some rays of that sunshine, and for it to be warm as well. Okay, so from Margam and the standing stones, I'm going to say bye for now. So after a full day of filming, we have reached our overnight park up. Sort of got Nova in semi-night mode. As you can see, it is a bit cold. It's about 6 degrees. We are cooking supper, cooking treats, so red pepper mixed pepper rice, some mini poppadoms, healthy knots, little bit of tomato and chili pasta sauce, and the usual suspect of 0% lager shandy to follow, and to wash it all down. So yeah, a great day today. Hopefully we'll be okay tonight here. Who knows? Anyway, we'll soon find out. And tomorrow we're hoping that the plug hole has got some water running down it. That's why we've come to see that tomorrow, but we were late tonight, so we can't see it tonight. I can hear trickles of water, but anyway, we'll find out tomorrow, and you'll find out with me, I suppose. Right, on to cooking supper. And that is my view. So we are at Pont Tissill reservoir, and it is a dark skies zone, so we might see a few stars and maybe the odd shooting one, who knows. Anyway, right, got to cook supper. As you look at some brown-mouthed drone footage photos of my day in Margam, hopefully you've enjoyed it as much as I did. Wow, what a day. And I'll park up overnight. Unfortunately, because of the length of these vlogs, part 2 will contain my day at Pont Tissill reservoir. We had a cracking day there too. The weather was absolutely amazing. Anyway, enjoy this. Please do all the good things. Like, subscribe, watch, and give us a thumbs up. It doesn't cost you any money and only a little bit of your time, and is gratefully appreciated. And if you want to drop me a comment and ask me any questions about my day or about my micro camper at Nova, please do, and I will get back to you. Okay, here we are, nearly to the end of this vlog now. Don't forget to watch out for part 2 of my first stealth camp out of 2026.